Hey folks, SoloGamer here, and we're gonna play Relic again. Now, you know, in my earlier videos I played Relic all through the alternate endings, and we stopped playing Relic because, well, there's nothing new. Then recently the Relic Nemesis expansion came out and I bought that. And then last time I did the videos, I just played a regular game of Relic with one of the new alternate endings that come with 4. And introduced the 2 new characters that come with that game. So I didn't really play any of the Nemesis type stuff. Well, this time we are going to play the Nemesis type stuff. And we're playing the Dark Alliance. And its special game rules. It says, before the game begins, players must form 2 teams, which I did. Each team consisting of 1 Nemesis and 1 character. When choosing Nemesis and characters during setup, all choices remain secret, even among teammates. Well, we kind of kiboshed that. You may not initiate a battle against your teammate. So, confrontation. Basically, the Nemesis characters, you know, cannot go into the inner tier. So, it's going to take the regular character to go over there. And when he gets in there, he tests his choice of strength, cunning, or will. 10. You may not test the same attribute you tested on your last turn. If you pass a streak test, choose one Nemesis, that Nemesis gains 2 life. If you pass a cunning test, choose 1 Nemesis, that Nemesis gains 2 infamy. If you pass a willpower test, choose 1 Nemesis. That Nemesis may move to any space instead of moving normally on their next turn. If you fail, lose 1 life. At the start of your experience phase, if your teammate has 25 infamy, you win the game. At the end of your experience phase, you may return to your starting space. Okay. And Nemesis, we'll look at these things here in a second. They have these cool, I gotta say, really cool new things here. And this is the infamy dial that has 0, and you know it goes all the way through. And then when it gets to 25, they win. So in this scenario, their team will win. But first, let's take a look at team number 1. When we have here the Ordo Malleus Inquisitor. It's this guy right here. And he starts at the Abandoned Ruins. So let's put him over here at the Abandoned Ruins. 3 strength, 4 will, 2 cunning, 5 life. He has a power limit of 1, but he has an asset limit of 8, and here's his power card. Instead of resolving your movement phase normally, you may move to any other space in your tier that has 1 or more enemy threat cards. You may add 2 to your battle score for each enemy, daemon enemy, participating in battle against you. You may choose 1 of your corruption cards and discard it. Okay. And on his team, we got our new Nemesis here. And as you see, we have the infamy dial. We have the life dial, and her life starts at 4. And then her card is cunning, so we have to put this cunning dial in the thing. They come separate, and you can just they move in and out, see, like that, easy peasy. And you just put it in there, and there you go. And this is Luxuria. She's a champion of Slanesh. And her thing, she's the one boobed lady. One boobed lady. Alright. And her starting space is the foothills of Lalath. Okay. So let's find that, see where that's at here. Foothills of Lalath. Right here. Okay. And you see her thing is kind of, you know, she'll level up and stuff like that. And she has, each time a character gains a corruption card, character draws a corruption card, gain 1 infamy. During the determined battle score setup, choose any character to add 1 to your battle score for each corruption he has. Each time you win a battle against a character, that character must draw 1 corruption card instead of losing in life, so she can knock these fools out quickly. And then determine the combined total of influence among all characters, then gain 1 infamy for every 4 influence. Alright, now if you were to defeat her in battle, she has a little bounty thing in here. And it doesn't matter whether another Nemesis beats her in battle or another character beats her in battle. So if you beat her in battle, you draw 1 wager card. You may purchase it for 1 less influence than the printed cost to a minimum of 0. And you know she has her own special deck here. Okay, and so the way these guys go, the Nemesis people, when they move around the board, they don't draw like the normal characters, the red or the blue or the yellow. No, they don't. You know, they draw from a different deck. Actually, they draw from 2 different decks, which we'll get into that in just a second. But each nemesis will have their own personal deck with them, okay? And then they have their discard pile. But like I said, we'll get to that more in just a second. On the other team, we have here Rogue Trader. This guy right here. Strength of 3, Will of 3, Cunning of 4, Life of 4. He has a power limit of 3, so he came with 3 power cards. Oh, I forgot. Let's go back on this guy. This guy's personal mission. Objective: buy at least 1 War Gear card while resolving the outfit ability on the Battlefleet Antea space. So that's his mission. And this guy's mission is survey the area. When you acquire this mission card, place 1 character token on a space with a blue threat and 1 on a yellow, which I did. Here's his 1 on the yellow, and here's his 1 on the blue. And Strength 3, Will 3, Cunning 3, Life 4. Each time you substitute your movement roll with a power number, you are not required to spend all your movement points. At the end of your movement phase, you may choose a player in your space. Give that player 1 influence to take from him 1 random power card or any 1 asset, excluding relics of your choice. Okay, and so he starts at the Volgas spaceport. As you see, he's got power cards here, 4, 3, and 1. Alright, so let's start him at the Volgas spaceport, which is right here, which is good. And then his partner, his nemesis, is his Specimen X. Now I randomly picked these guys. So next time when we play with the nemesis people, we're going to play with the other 2 that we didn't play with this time. Okay, here's Specimen X. You see, nice little bust miniature. I mean, yeah, he comes with his deck. Alright, he came with willpower. So his willpower is 4 and his life will be 3. And he's going to start on the Volgas Spire, which should, I guess it would be right here next to him. So that's kind of good. Alright, so he has a thing. Each time you or any tyrant enemy wins a battle against a character, gain 1 infamy. Tyrant enemies add 1 to their battle score for each of your nemesis tokens on their card. On their card. And of course, their nemesis tokens, as you can see, you know, the regular heroes had these tokens, but our bad guys had these nemesis tokens, which are like eviler looking. Okay. Add 1 to your battle score for each tyrant enemy threat card on the game board. Okay, and if you beat him, you gain 1 life. And here's his deck right here. So as you can see, besides, I went over this our last playthrough, where we have these apostate cards that I shuffled in the deck, and like I said, they were light yellow, and they're going to be some in here too. But you have decks now. You see this deck, and then of course each one has their own individual deck. And I'll go over how that goes. Let me just check something real quick. Okay, so Nemesis characters do not, besides not having to choose any of these, they do not interact with any text on the board. So when they go to a space that has text on the board, they're going to draw one of these Imperium cards. And I'll just flip the first one over and just show you what it looks like, and we'll put it back at the bottom. Okay, and see, like, this is a weapon, 2 charges, you know, that kind of thing. That was a pretty good weapon right there. I shouldn't have probably... Alright, I'll put it in the middle. Okay, so what do they do when they go to a space with one of these? Well, they draw one from their Nemesis deck. If there's 1 of these, they draw 1. If there's 2, they draw 2. If there's 3, they draw 3. It doesn't matter what color, okay? So that is that. If there's already one of these cards on there or something, for some reason, they just draw. It's kind of like Talisman, or it's already kind of like this one. You know, they're supposed to draw 1, they only have 1 card. If there's already 1 card on there from their deck, they're not going to draw that new card. If there's only 1 card on this one, but this has 2, then they're going to draw 1 card. Okay? So that's how this game is going to go. Remember, they cannot go inside the inner tier. Their whole point is to team up with their teammate to try to get 25 infamy, and the first one that gets 25 infamy wins. Or, you know, how I usually play is I usually play where if you die, you die, and that's the end of the game. I'll probably stick to that rule on this. My main goal is not to play a full game on this. My main goal is just to show you how the new Nemesis stuff works and how it plays. So if they are able to kill their teammate, if one of the two teams is able to it dies, that's the end of the game, because the Nemesis, in order to win the game, your Nemesis has to get 25. But if you kill that Nemesis, well then they ain't getting 25. But they can get to 25. But how they're supposed to help get to 25 is one of these guys is supposed to come in there and do all that kind of stuff. So I guess if the regular guy dies, well, we'll go ahead and play it like that, where if they die, they die, okay? Because we'll be playing this for a long, long time. Okay, so we'll start with Team 1 here, which will be the Inquisitor and Luxuria. Now, I was thinking about maybe doing the heroes first and then doing the Nemesis second, which kind of would balance things out, which is probably what I'm going to do. So I'm going to do the heroes first. So we're going to start with the Inquisitor. And he's going to roll, and he rolls a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So we got Tainted Planetary Governor. If you win this battle, instead of taking this card as a trophy, you may take it as an ally asset. To take it as an ally asset, place a character token on it and gains the following skill bonus. Well, this guy has 6. We're only really 2 behind him. So let's set that there. Now remember, when we play, we're going to be using the blue dice, and the fights on the board, they'll be using the white. Okay, so let's play. Well, let's see. 4 and 5 is 9. Alright, so let's try it. Hopefully we get a 6. How about that? Okay, so we got a 6. Look at that. 4 and 6 is 10. 6 and 4 is 10. No matter what we roll, we will beat him. So we do beat him. Okay, now do I take him as an ally, or do I go ahead and do the trophy points here? Let me think about that real quick. Okay, well, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and spin it as a trophy point. And that'll automatically be 6 points and move him up. So we can go ahead and we can pop our strength up here. And let's see here. What are we going to do there? We have a draw 1 power card, but we already have a power card. So the only thing could be better is 6. Is not, so we'll just discard that. Alright, so let's start with the Rogue Trader. He's gonna go. He rolls a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he picks a red. And he has Training Ground. Charges. You may spend 1 charge from this card to gain 1 strength. That's pretty good. So this comes with 3 charges, so let's put 3 charges on there. That's an encounter. Alright. So let's put that there. Let's put 2 charges back on there. 1 charge is gone, but his strength does go up. Alright. That's a good start. Okay, so now our first Nemesis. And this is going to be the one boobed lady. And she's going to go. Remember, they cannot attack their own teammates. Normally, I guess they would, but in this scenario, they do not attack their own teammates. She rolls a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So we're going to take the top card. We only got 1, and this is choose a character with 3 or fewer corruption cards. That character receives this card as if they had just drawn it from the corruption deck. And yeah, during a cunning battle against enemy, your battle's enemy rolls cannot explode. So she will give this to him. He gains a corruption card. Now each time a character draws a corruption card, which would be her, she gains 1 infamy. So her infamy is at 1. Okay. And this guy's already got 1 corruption. And you remember, you get a certain amount of corruption, you're out of the game. Okay, so let's do this guy, the Specimen X. He goes 2, 1, 2. Now this is a text thing, so we have to draw one of these cards. And this is Storm Lord. Okay, this agent cannot join other agents of battle and must participate in a separate battle. Okay, he's an agent of the Imperial Guard. Well, let me take a look at something here. Okay, so I made a few errors here. First of all, I got it backwards. Shit. Alright, if they land on one of these spaces, they draw an Imperium card, which is what this guy just drew. Only if they land on one of these spaces do they draw one from their deck. So, let's put this back in the middle. Let's take this corruption card and we'll shuffle this back in. She drew the wrong card. Therefore, he has no corruption. Therefore, she has no infamy. So let's do this again. She draws an Imperium card. She's only going to draw 1 because there's 1 thread icon there. And this is a Ultramarines bike. If this agent's battle roll produces a 1 result, re-roll the bike. If you win this battle, gain 1 infamy. Okay, if you win this battle, gain 1 infamy. Okay, so alright. So let's do this first. She's got to fight this damn thing. And it has an attribute of 5, okay? So that's what it is, 5. Her attribute, as you can tell, is 3. Okay, so remember, she gets the blue. She gets the blue, it gets the white. If she wins, she gains 1 infamy. Not, she's gonna lose a life. Okay, so look at that. Bam, on a 6. Alright, 4 and 5 is 9, 6 and 3 is 9. She's going to win that no matter what, so she will gain 1 infamy. Okay. And it's worth 5. Okay. So that was her turn. Okay, so let's keep that. She can trade that in for a trophy in a little bit. Now remember, he went here. Now that's going to be the text, so he's going to draw a card from his thing, and this is a pure chain gene stealer. Place this card on your space. This enemy adds 1 to its battle score for any other Tyranid on its space. Okay. Okay. So now, from when somebody lands on that space, I gotta fight him. Okay? Because he's a Tyrant, and if that Tyrant wins, they're gonna gain some infamy. Okay, so that was the first round. Didn't go as smooth as I liked. I got something confused real quick, but I was able to correct it. So everybody's gone. So we'll end it here, and when we come back, we'll start playing fully, and hopefully things will be smoother. SoloGamer saying, see you then.